please welcome to the stage founder and CEO, Skills Camp and Safe Social, Bailey Parnell.
Hello, everyone. I am Bailey Parnell, and I'm very proud to be joining you here from Toronto, Canada. Today, we are talking digital literacy, but first I want to talk to you about driving. Yes, like driving a car. In most countries around the world, if you want to drive a car, you first have to reach a certain age where we think that you are ready to handle this responsibility. You then have to study the rules and the dangers of the road, and you may even have to write a test proving that you know those rules and dangers of the road. You might even have to do a practical, experiential test to prove that you know how to do this safely for yourself and others, because of course this is a shared road. You get your license, a pass to exercise this privilege, but only so long as you follow those rules, because if you don't, and especially if you put others in danger, that privilege is revoked. Why do we do this? We do this because we know that driving is a risky behavior. A risky behavior. Now, a risky behavior in psychology is simply something where when you participate, you expose yourself to potential harm. And we know for sure that when you drive, you expose yourself to potential harm. That could be as simple and light as stress and frustration, or that could be as serious as losing or taking a life. Now, I believe that social media and digital media use is also a risky behavior, because we know for sure now that you expose yourself to potential harm when participating in these spaces. Sometimes that is as light and simple as stress and frustration, and sometimes that is as serious as having someone take their life because of it, or cyberbullying, or revenge porn, or all of these things that we're talking about here. It is a risky behavior, and yet here's the wild thing. In the world, a high estimate, we would say that there are 2 billion drivers on the planet. Compare that with the 4.6 billion people that use social media. The consequences here are potentially farther reaching and longer lasting than anything to do with driving, but there is no knowledge test. There is no practical experiential test. There is no license to use this privilege, and there are very little consequences if you do go make it unsafe for people. It's kind of like we said, yeah, we don't really care how old you are, but take a drive. See you on the other side if you make it out. Now, that's not how I approach risky behaviors. What I think we need with this risky behavior, like most in my life, I think we need a harm reduction approach. I think that if telling people to get off social media is not going to work, then the next natural question is, how do you practice safe social? And that's where my model was born out of, the 5 steps towards safe social. Step 1 is building awareness and understanding. It is making sure that we are speaking the same language, and is that not literacy? Literacy is to know, to have skill and competence in a certain area. And literacy is the battle to ignorance. And I believe that if people know better, I think most people will do better. Skip forward to step 5. Step 5 is to hold the responsible parties accountable. That means everyone involved. That means governments, the social media companies themselves. That means parents, and that means us here in this room. We can start on this panel, we can start at this summit together, because we are not competitors here. If your nonprofit, if your business in this space does well, it does not mean that mine does not do well. It means that more people are well. Now, you came to a panel on digital literacy, but it's a little bit of a trick, because of course, digital literacy is not the goal here. The goal is digital well-being. That's why we've all showed up to this summit. It's digital well-being. But literacy, to know, to have skill and competence in this area, is to move us towards digital well-being. And here's the funny thing. In this room, physically and virtually, most of us actually already know. We came to a conference on digital well-being, which presupposes that we know you can be unwell online. We already know. And so I want to move us from knowing and into doing. What can we do better? And that's really what I'm excited to talk about here today. And so let's get to it. Let's move us towards this panel with 2 of my brilliant colleagues, and let's talk what we can start doing better. My name is Bailey Parnell. Shukran.
Thank you very much, Bailey, for that. So